In this strategy presentation, we're going to provide you a little intel on what collaborating customers do, which is buy. And collaborating is actually the embedded strategy of this whole process of differentiating yourself in your marketplace. Now, everybody says they want to differentiate, but few people come up with a true differentiating strategy that separates them from the rest of the marketplace and gives them a sales advantage because it's giving their customers an advantage. Let's start out with some definitions that I feel like would be very useful to consider. First of all, if you go to Wikipedia, they define collaboration as the process of two or more people or organizations working together to realize or achieve something successfully. So collaboration is replacing the term sales. And don't get me wrong, collaboration replaces the term sales, but it more effectively results in sales. The whole objective of collaboration is getting your clients in the know and in the agreement with what they need to do to satisfy budgets, to satisfy requirements, and because they are satisfied, the bottom line, you sell more. Here's collaborating empowers, and this is a definition that we are very fond of. Collaborating empowers where customers and when customers are more involved and supported by the process and software we call SmartHVAC. And by a new type of maintenance professional and strategy. Some people call this maintenance professional a planner. Some keep the same name, account executive, but whatever you call it, it is a new maintenance function and professional and strategy, this collaboration strategy. Together, they guide and allow customers to secure maintenance value equal to their budget requirements. Customers buy what they build. Someone once told me that used this from a very large company on the East Coast. Customers buy what they birth. And I thought that was really good. So that's why I added this in the first sentence. When you birth a child, an idea, or even maintenance, you trust it because you know it. You had something to do with making it. You know it, you love it. Collaborating with customers to co-build maintenance results in them trusting what they built. And that results in loyal clients and higher close rates. Collaboration versus selling. Understanding that we're talking about collaboration versus the old selling approach and techniques that have been used not just by our industry, but all industries for decades. You won't see them used in companies like Apple Computer or Google or that type of new age or new kind of technological based company. They'll use a more collaborative effort. But even with the collaborative effort, we've got to remember that our objective is it has to be sales. We're salespeople. So here's a comparison between selling and collaboration. Selling focuses, frankly, on the seller. And if you argue that point, then why do the companies in your marketplace that are selling service have no real advantage with their customers? It's because the whole focus of selling is selling. Collaboration, on the other hand, focuses on the customer. And when you take care of your customer better than anyone else, and they know it, the result with collaborating and taking care of your customers are sales, higher close rates. Motive of collaboration. The motive is to design and provide maintenance that best utilizes the limited maintenance budgets of all clients. There isn't a client out there that has an unlimited maintenance budget anymore. I'm not sure they ever did, but they certainly don't now. And collaboration captures and implements your customers' objectives. And it's not doing so at a conflict of your objectives or your company's objectives, not at all. Trust. Collaboration. The trust that your client knows best. The trust that you believe your client knows best what they really require. Maybe more from a financial standpoint than a technical standpoint, but they indeed know best and are your source of information to build what they need. You also trust they are intelligent. Now, I've dealt with some clients that really pressed me on that, but we have to operate from the basis that they're intelligent. They may not have the background you have, or your operations management has, or the owner of your company has, but they are intelligent nonetheless, where they are skilled and where their basically their confidence is, their purpose is. Trust that you and them together will build maintenance better for everybody concerned, and that includes your company, you as a sales rep, and of course, it has to include your customer. Delivery. After selling, technicians never have a clear point by point plan for delivering what was sold. That seems like a minor deal. Why would that need to happen? We believe in collaboration, and through SmartHVAC Plan, you actually, before they ever sign the agreement and buy it from you, you provide a detailed roadmap of what the customer purchased. The customer, see what they purchased, and then you provide waypoints on how you're going to deliver this program that they purchased, this maintenance that they purchased, for both the client and for your technical people that are going to deliver the work. I mean, it's like genius. You actually know what you're selling before they buy, and your customer knows what they bought before they buy. Benefit. By design, collaboration benefits everyone equally, buyer and seller. Only winners, no losers. So what about a non-technical buyer? I have that question asked all the time. You're going to use this collaboration process. You're going to use this software to kind of give them an idea of the task. You're looking at a simple package AC unit. Used to, we just had one line. It said package AC units. Maybe we had filters. Maybe we had belts. Now you got this thing in there that talks about, a specific type of cooling task sheet that's been applied to that rooftop unit. Why do you need that? Well, you've got a warehouse that has rooftop units on it. They're not going to need the higher level of PM task performed on them. But then you've got a critical process or critical comfort area of your prospective customer's building that does need a more thorough, detailed tasking and additional time to address the critical nature of that space. So you do have to provide, you have to drill down beyond, what you learned in first grade and second grade. HVAC estimating. You have to be able to show the customer very specific strategies between each piece of equipment. What level of PM? You might add what we call analytics maintenance to a rooftop unit. So you get the point. The challenge is a lot of your clients and a growing number of your clients are non-technical. We know that. But this has been proven to work with non-technical buyers, but you got to know what you're doing. Let's talk about that a little bit. Collaborating with non-technical managerial people is typical in selling maintenance. That's what the market's like. You just don't get as many people that were in the Navy and, they worked on boilers or who knows, nuclear, generators or submarines, et cetera, et cetera. No, you get people that are more managerial, property management, maybe they're more public relations, their strengths. We know that. Collaborating with technically knowledgeable people has been diminishing, but still, a lot of these property managers will bring in their operations director, someone that they depend on to tell them, is this a sound program we're being offered? When you sit down with a non-technical customer, do not try to make them into service techs. They're not interested in that. Neither should you be interested in it either. Not for them or you. You're like a financial planner in the financial arena, a professional expert on maintenance planning and achieving value to your customers' limited budget requirements. They're always going to have a limited budget requirement. Even in a critical process or critical comfort condition, there's not an unlimited budget. So your ability to expert plan and achieve value is how you're going to differentiate in the market. As a maintenance planner, now you may call yourself an executive, you may call yourself director of marketing, but your function now that gives you the real difference making capability in your market is planner, maintenance planner. You are the exception in your market. You're showing customers how to perfectly match the right task times, labor skills of the technician to their exact budget requirements. And few, if any, are doing that right now. Going line by line through an estimate, through a Smart HVAC plan, something called the service option worksheet is not only necessary, it annoys customers, and it should annoy you too. However, giving them an idea that you have set up a line by line planning financial budget structure, complete with different levels of skills and labors that you can apply to it, and exact material cost. Once they understand that you're doing this, you've got them. And that's what you're after, is to give them an example of it, but not take them through an entire 1 or 2 hour process of showing them exactly in every case what you're going to produce on every rooftop, every chiller, every boiler. But give them a sample of a rooftop. Show them a chiller. And then invite them to consider, if your competition is not pre-planning the delivery with that kind of detail and specification or specificity, I bet is the best word, then what are they actually selling you if they don't know it up front? Well, I know what I'm selling you. You know what you're buying. My technicians, the minute you decide to go with this, I will turn it over to the operations department, and they will absolutely know what they are to deliver. Showing them that your price is always equal to what they are getting, that's major. Showing them that price is equal to what they are getting, and they can move what they're getting up and down as far as the scope of work. But what are they getting in delivered maintenance? When you do that, it demonstrates that any price that they select to meet a budget, you are offering defined, visible value. Very strong. Putting your customers more in the know and more in control, you will discover increases close rates. It closes deals.